m'aimes, dis-le-moi. Bouge ta bouche et tes yeux, et puis dis-moi ce que tu veux. Bouge ta bouche et tes yeux, et puis dis-moi ce que tu veux. Si tu me veux, je te veux pas, et oui, je suis comme ça. Mais si tu me veux moi pas pour toi, peut-être l'on s'aimera. Bouge ta bouche et tes doigts, et si tu m'aimes, dis-le-moi. Bouge ta bouche e tes doigts, e se tu m'aimes, dis-le-moi.
Gerardo Felloni, che piacere rincontrarti per questa Fashion Week parigina. Gerard, come ti chiamano a Parigi? Ti ho sentito che ti chiamano tutti Gerard.
Gerardo, dai, ce la possono fare.
Una collezione che ci trasporta non in uno ma in tantissimi mondi diversi. Qual è la storia?
La storia è Roger Vivier è stato uno dei designer di calzature che in realtà non era un vero designer di calzature in quanto ha cambiato la silhouette delle donne negli anni 50 con il look di Dior e poi negli anni 60 con la Belle Vivier, con Belle du Jour, Catherine Deneuve, e quindi a me piace definirlo uno stilista che ha veramente cambiato la silhouette attraverso gli accessori. Quindi,
Belle du Jour tra l'altro era anche il tema importante dell'anno scorso.
Esatto. E quindi in questa presentazione ho giocato a creare delle silhouette intere ma fatte solo da accessori. Quindi lo spettatore ha l'impressione di vedere delle silhouette di abbigliamento, ma in realtà non lo sono, perché se tu guardi sono cinture, cappelli, guanti e scarpe.
I was thinking about the last time that I saw you with your head in the clouds.
Resta quella parte principesca, quella ovviamente, quella fibbia che ha accompagnato la storia di Roger Vivier, però c'è anche qualcosa di un touch un po' più noir, no? Giusto?
Sì. Infatti per la prima volta c'è una stanza totalmente nera, una stanza a bordeaux, molte scarpe sono scure e hanno le fibbie, la nostra fibbia iconica, ma invece di essere di metallo è laccata, è verniciata nera o bordeaux o marrone.
Questo evento lo racconta da solo, è un lavoro il vostro che è rimasto quasi del tutto artigianale, il vero artigianato ora francese ma anche un po' italiano.
Sì, certo.
Anzi italiano diciamo.
Diciamo, sì. Sì, noi lo chiamiamo savoir-faire. Che tra l'altro sono molto orgoglioso perché hanno fatto un lavoro straordinario, perché comunque ci sono tantissimi gilet, guanti, sciarpe, cappelli ricamati e non di satin, hanno fatto un lavoro straordinario.
Quindi è cambiata secondo te negli ultimi tempi, visto anche tutto quello che è passato, la modalità d'uso della calzatura, cioè una scarpa che una volta era da sera adesso anche da giorno o forse più probabile viceversa?
Ma devo dire, nell'ultimo periodo, nel breve termine, in realtà adesso c'è un grande ritorno della scarpa più elegante, col tacco fine, tacco alto, quindi in realtà, sai, la moda è un ciclo e comunque a me piace sempre dire che poi una donna in realtà nel suo guardaroba le ha tutte le scarpe, perché nella stessa giornata ne può cambiare anche 5, quindi è difficile ormai dire la donna ormai è libera di scegliere quello che vuole, no? Finalmente, quindi non è che puoi dire adesso questa stagione indossi tacchi alti, no, dipende cosa fai, cosa vuoi.
People tell me just to move on, get that boy out of your head. People tell me just to be strong, but I'll just fall apart instead.
Avete scelto delle modelle che fisicamente rispettano un po' più i canoni della donna normale, no? Della classica mannequin, visto che siamo in Francia, chiamano col loro nome, è una scelta voluta?
Sì, è una scelta voluta per due ragioni. Uno perché io comunque lavoro in genere con delle performance, tante di queste ragazze in realtà sono delle ballerine di varie tipologie di danza, quindi in realtà poi hanno il corpo che in base a quello che fanno è trasformato in base alla loro attività. E a me piace l'idea di vedere, perché è troppo facile mettere queste cose su dei corpi perfetti, no? E invece no, è bello provare a farle indossare a delle ragazze che sono reali. E poi la seconda ragione è che sono delle performance, perché noi siamo qua da stamattina alle 9 e loro tutto il giorno posano e comunque interagiscono anche con le persone, quindi è un talento, insomma.
Senti, Gerardo, progetti già in cantiere per il futuro, visto che questo è un brand da cui ci si aspetta sempre qualcosa di nuovo?
Allora, sicuramente il futuro a breve è quello di crescere sugli accessori, quindi da oggi in poi abbiamo sempre fatto accessori, continueremo a farli, ma questo è un messaggio, siamo una maison di accessori viene ribadito e questo insomma lo dimostra.
Una scelta coraggiosa, una scelta anche impegnativa poi, perché restare focalizzati sull'accessorio non sono tanti ancora essere ragazzi.
Sì, sono tutti e due.
Sono pochissimi.
Esatto, è una scelta da una parte dovuta, perché il brand, la Maison lo richiede insomma, e io credo che sia anche dovuto a Roger Vivier, perché lui era veramente un genio. Quindi,
e lo sei anche tu,
no.
Perché...
Grazie.
Grazie Gerardo, è sempre un piacere. What about the idea of freedom in your collection and how you realized it with the shapes and the fabrics?
今ちょっと新しい形をちょっとシルエットを作りたいなと思ってここ最近はずっとものづくりをしている。
For the recent few seasons, he has always been exploring new form and new silhouettes. And for this season specifically, he looked at this idea of square and actually study with it and really engage with the shape and actually and developed many new form out of that very square.
Got a fever and you're burning up fast. He'll love and leave you like a thing of the past. He'll break your heart, girl, and run.
今までになかったようなフォルムっていうのを
He listens to a lot of minimum music during the creation of the collection, and he selected this trio SR9 percussion ensemble and to perform a really famous minimal music piece called Casto Ostinato and by Simeon Tenholt. So the introduction of the music actually works really in synergy with the collection.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cohn. Amazing collection.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Take it to the grave and don't admit to all the loving you gave. Take it to the grave. Every kiss upon your lips, you're gonna wish that they were his.
Good evening, Mr. Morand. It's a great pleasure to meet you here for Paris Fashion Week. Yesterday we met a lot of young designers here in this space, and they were very happy because they received a great support from La Chambre de la Mode, Syndicale de la Mode.
Yeah, this is something that we had already just actions for in favor of emerging brands, but we fostered that very strongly some years ago, and that means that we watch, let's say, 60 to 80 brands. I mean, the team in charge of this, 60 to 80 brands around the world, and we sort of select them. Well, of course, we don't force them to come, but just in general, they are quite happy when we show some interest, and so we give seminars, we do many things, and some of them pass the committee because they have to apply for the committee, and we have the showrooms fair with not so many brands, with the French brands, but also international brands, non-French. And we have set up a fund for that to support them. And some of them are both in the official calendar, presenting a collection or making a show, and also in the fair showrooms. Some make only one thing, but it's something which is important for us.
Great calendar with a lot of great names. We're close to young designers.
It's like there is a balance. There is a balance between the big names and the smaller names. And in the calendar, it's all the challenge is to tackle that and to do so that, let's say, there is this mutual respect, because we are in charge of the calendar, but it doesn't make any sense to say that we have the power to make that alone. So the director of the fashion calendar works in that, Elena Carretoni, but we have all this just to work. So there is a lot of comprehension. It can only work if it is a collective, let's say, not management, we manage, but a collective like intention, just to find the right way.
Alphonse Maître-Pierre, it's a great pleasure for us to meet you here in Paris during Paris Fashion Week. You are so young, Alphonse, we can say that. It's the second year for you in the official Paris calendar.
Exact. It's actually the third season. No, season. So it's just 1.5 year, but yeah, very new.
Tell me what you think about this place. Right here where dreams are made of.
And we can say that the organization, La Chambre Syndicale de la Mode, is supporting you and the young designer.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. We are very supported, like for the shows and for the showroom too, because as you can see now we are in Palais de Tokyo, which is like one of the most beautiful and exclusive places in Paris. So it's very, very nice to be here and part of all this pool that they have built around us. So we are super grateful.
We're floating, we're floating, we're floating on.
Please tell us something about the collection for the next fall winter. A very sensual collection with a part of upcycling, is it right? But we can start by the inspiration.
Parfait. It's a pleasure to have you here. We are at Sphere, at the official showroom from the Federation, and we just showed 3 days ago. The main thematic of the collection was the nature. We really wanted to relate to that and to talk about the link between the human and the nature. And so we have worked with an IA to create some fake fields and some fake petal flowers. And the idea was to have something very spring during the winter and to have this very sensuality and this shape of flowers draped into the body. So yeah.
Very beautiful, and you have chosen for the nuances of color, very bright, like the pink, the yellow, but not too much. It's a soft color, no? Bright but soft.
Exactement, thank you. Because when we showed the collection, the idea was to have all the colors like the days. So we start by blue colors, white colors, then the pink, then the orange, the sunset, and boom, then all the black silhouettes were represented like the night, because it talked about nature. I really love this idea of cycle. So that's what everything is very smooth and soft, except this orange, which is maybe a bit more electric.
We're floating, we're floating on.
We can say that, as I already said, it's a very sensual collection. What is sensuality for you, according to your opinion, sensuality for women?
I think that sensuality is something that it's not just about the clothes. It's not about just wearing something that is short or or fitted. I think it's just maybe a garment or an attitude that you have, and you feel confident and you feel well dressed and you just feel good in your character and just good. I think it's something that you just give to the other and you exhume the beauty.
Good. Ask you just some words about your accessories. This bag with an iconic shape, very, very beautiful, very nice.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this bag is a bit weird, but what's fun is it became our now iconic bag, because it's a mix between very old, classic kind of Kelly vibes bag, yes, and a PS3 controller. So yeah, that's why it has this shape very fun and playful. And we really love the fact that it's a bag that now has been featured on many celebrities and TV shows and stuff, that now it's a bit like a pop objects, and for us it's super cool for that.
Thank you so much, Alphonse. A great pleasure to meet you again, and see you next year.
Yeah, to see you all.
I had a high school crush. I still like him so much. Did you think our love would last?
Thank you so much for the invitation at this amazing show. A journey for the woman, is it right?
Journey in the Alps. The collection is called Off-Piste, which means it's not a ski collection. It's inspired by a ski spirit, but it's more the champagne after, which I prefer.
So these great, beautiful boots.
Yes, I love this 60s spirit of the collection. I was inspired by Samoritz in the 60s with Marisa Behrensen, who came to the show, and she's always on my mood board. So yes, amazing fur boots, but it's fake fur made of real wool, so plastic.
I hear your voice in my head echoing, telling me maybe we can be.
Tell us something about the prints. You are always very creative in your prints and the color and
Yes.
inspiration. Is it 70s?
Exactly, it's 60s, 70s. Exactly. There's, of course, some iconic flowers, but this time I wanted to introduce something more folkloristic. Yes, exactly. Because I'm from Germany, and I think it's maybe my little German roots which play into this. And yes, we developed a folkloristic print and embroidery as well, which comes from the archives.
Tell us something about the mood here on the back.
Yes, so there's the mood of something wild, of course, snow tiger or snow zebra, which doesn't exist, but in my collection, yes. And there's, of course, this futuristic, sporty 60s vibes. And then I put a Claudia Schiffer because she was an icon of us in the 90s, and this metallic fabric inspired me for this metallic logo print we did, jacquard, sorry. And of course, all these beautiful embroideries of traditional Austrian or Bavarian clothes. Yes.
Okay. Amazing show. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's been a great pleasure.
Have a great fashion week.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
Take me back to that night, just you, your room, when we were saying nothing. I got so close to loving you, like we were on to something.
It's not your first time for Vivienne Westwood.
No, it's like my fourth time working with Vivienne. I mean, it's Vivienne, I love them.
But everything is changed now.
I'm sad that she's not here, but then the looks also, it just makes me happy to be here again to work with her. Even though she's not here still, we still get to celebrate her. She was an icon, she was a true icon, she was a legend.
Is there something in particular that you remember about Vivienne before the show, during the show, after the show?
Okay, I love her because I thought of her as a very daring woman who would go all out there, and that's how I saw Vivienne, and that's something I'd live to remember her for who she is. She inspired me in so many ways because it's like seeing how confident, outgoing, everything about her was just insane, amazing. You know, let's not talk about it, I'm gonna cry. Anyway, yeah.
Not here, please, there is the mirror. Fantastic, thank you.
Don't wanna miss you, yeah. Don't wanna miss you, yeah.
Excited for the show?
Always, yes. I love doing Vivienne Westwood show.
It's not your first time for Vivienne Westwood show, no?
No, my first Vivienne Westwood show actually was exactly 30 years ago.
Okay, so you know Vivienne very well.
I knew Vivienne and Andreas, yes.
How is Andreas today?
He's amazing. I can't imagine how nervous he must be. He has so much kind of expectation, you know, and curiosity. People are wondering what he will do now that it's just him. And I feel he's done a really special, beautiful collection of familiar Vivienne textures and shapes, and then some new stuff, you know.
Memory of Vivienne.
Memory, you know, like these boots, I think are so memory of Vivienne. But then you see some of the ones with the sneaker bottom, the trainer bottom, they're very new. You know, a boot that has just a completely new shape. And there are some of the textures, some of the prints, like the sweater is kind of newish. And some of the prints, some of the shapes are just very new. And I feel like he's done a really good job of honoring her memory while really saying something new of his own.
Is there something in particular that you remember about Vivienne during the first fashion show you did? How many years ago, sorry?
30. Yeah, 30. Yeah, I remember, you know, visually in images as a punk rock woman, she always was so tough. And then really when I got to meet her, that she was so kind and soft-spoken, and she always remembered people's names. She was very present and conscientious and kind of not narcissistic, not wrapped up in herself and how she was coming off, but really very with you, which was a surprise for me. I kind of expected more of a superstar, but she was a grounded, real, whole human being.
A lot of people today here to give their personal support to Andreas too, no?
Yes, exactly. So many, I mean, there's so much love also. I feel she was the queen not only of fashion and punk rock, but she was the queen of this queendom. And what she brought, what she magnetized is a family here, a fashion family who love each other, who respect each other. And, you know, up until the last minute, they may be harried and getting everything together, but they're kind to each other, and it's a real family. And so for me to step back in, because I have been away, I have raising my daughter and raising goats, and so to step back in and see these people, some of whom I know from back then and some of whom are new, but it doesn't matter because the ethos of this connection, of this family and presence that Vivienne is really the seed of, it has grown and grown into, you know, a great big old oak tree of this ethos.
Thank you so much for your beautiful story, your beautiful words. Enjoy the show.
Thank you. You enjoy the show too.
And I remembered a long time ago, right at the beginning when I met her, she described once a collection to me where these people came from the north, from the country, and they came and invaded London in that case, and just changed the whole thing over. And they were all, you know, dressed in their gears and stuff. And it stuck with me, that picture, that vision, and because I like this. I think she was extremely drawn to the countryside and to nature and all of this, and cared a lot about it, as we know. Of course she was as well a city girl, and you know, and so am I, so I kind of connect that. I think it's a bit like this, back to the country, yeah, somehow.
What about the skirt, Andreas, the skirt you created together, you and Vivienne, no? You are remaking it.
This masturbation skirt.
Masturbation skirt, yes.
It's just this skirt which gets all muddled up in your crotch, as they say. But the great thing about it, and in those days you couldn't see it, but it's just draped through, it's very clever. It's just a square of fabric, of lightweight tartan or whatever it is, and then it has some loops inside, and the string goes through in a certain way, and you just pull it up and dye it. And I did it a bit different this time and showed the string. But the interesting thing is that I draped this skirt. I remember myself and stuff, and you know, pinned in and all of this. And she really wanted it to be undone so that you could make it flat and iron it and stuff. So she was this real practical, you know, I never thought about things, if you can wash something or, I don't know. Once another thing, it's just, this has nothing to do with the collection, but the great thing is, well, I've trimmed everything with cock feathers. And she really wanted, and they were on shirting, it was an interesting combination. And she really wanted the jackets to be washed. So she said, let's do some loops, and then we just looped them on with little bows, you know. Things like this. So you could just take your boa just off, and then you can put it in the washing machine, iron it again, and tie it on.
What is your feeling now, Andres?
I feel better now talking to you for some reason. I don't know why.
Thank you so much.
Here we are, right back at the beginning. Nothing seems to change at all. You and I got caught in the middle.
It's a great show, the first one in memory of the great Vivienne. And what do you think about Vivienne Westwood and the way she changed the world of fashion?
Well, she was a maverick and really inspired all of us. Anyone who ever put a safety pin in a shirt owes her a debt of gratitude. And she taught us to do things differently and to break rules. And this was a beautiful, you know, gesture and a testament to her incredible work. So happy to be here to support, and she was an amazing artist. So.
What do you think about the work of Andreas?
I mean, it's a very emotional day, and you know, happy to be here to support him and the new chapter. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Grazie.
Just don't give up.
Just a few words about this great fashion show, the first one of a new era, no?
I think it's fabulous. It's a beautiful homage to her. I thought it was her that did it, you know, truly, honestly. I think he did fabulously well. Heritage is there, you know, truly she's there. And it's still, completely Vivienne Westwood, what she brings. I am very much emotional because honestly, she influenced me, like London influenced me, you know. By the way, like all the 70s, I was like going a lot, wanted to live in London because of the eccentricity and because of the...
Do you remember when you met Vivienne for the first time?
Oh, I met her, I think when she started like to, at the time of the, when she was doing the shop Sex, no, it's after, when she started to make her own collection, I met her and I think she was fantastic. She was with Malcolm McLaren at that time. And I met Malcolm McLaren before I met her, and after I met her. I think she was, and she is the queen of fashion, English fashion, and all over the world.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Gauthier.
This way, this way.
Okay, how are you?
Good, how are you?
What about this Fashion Week finding?
I'm so excited for this Fashion Week. I love Elie Saab. I'm so excited for the show, and I love my look. And yeah, I'm just so excited to see everybody.
You are wearing Elie Saab total look?
I'm wearing Elie Saab, head to toe Elie Saab.
What do you like of his style, his collection?
I mean, I love this collection because it's spring, summer, so the style I'm wearing right now, but I'm really excited to see the show at the moment.
Okay, enjoy the show. Thank you.
Always for beautiful women.
What about the work with all the Swarovski, all the dress?
Because I like women shine always, and I believe by night when women shine, make your heart do bubble. You understand? It's always we try to have a balance between the Swarovski and the fabric together.
Just a few words about the colors you have chosen for this collection, starting from the black.
Burgundy, black, green, and we try to have like the white little bit to wake up the color, and the yellow also. Research, it's a Renaissance. For that, we take this flower from old painting, and because I like to do flower this time. Like every time we try to have a new story, but always to serve the beautiful woman and the real garderobe of a beautiful woman like to have. Our silhouette is our silhouette, like the normal is more flattering for a woman, and always we try to do beautiful stuff to our client be happy.
Amazing collection. Thank you so much, Mr. Sabri.
Thank you very much.
What about this week?
It's a strong week, I think. I mean, I'm far from being the only one to say that. This is what the people like me tell me. It's a strong week because the official calendar is very strong, with many great collections, a lot of creativity, and let's say accomplished.
As usual in Paris, no?
Yeah, but we can say that each time, but also what we see that there are many events around.
Yes, of course.
And let's say some years ago, the Paris Fashion Week was the official calendar, and now it's much more. It's around the official calendar is the core, but there are many events around, many things around.
Okay, thank you so much. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Moran, and see you at the Haute Couture the next time.
See you. Thank you very much.
Good night.